Welcome back to TIW on Tap, everyone. I am Mason.
I'm Danny.
AKA Big Sexy, and we host this podcast you're watching right now where we interview locals, historians, and musicians that come through the building. And we are very excited to bring you an awesome episode this week where we talk with Kristen Kerr, who runs the Titusville Community Development Agency. Now, we're going to get to that here in a second in this episode, but first we want to give you a little breakdown on the weekend. This Friday, we have Velveeta 80s Cheese coming through the building.
All the way from State College.
And I can't wait. It's going to be a great show. They are playing from 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. It is free to attend, but it is 21 plus. Now, we are very lucky to have a quick introduction to the band with Brent. So, Brent, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Well, how you all doing out there? Hope you have a good day. My name is Brent Martin. I play keyboards and rhythm guitar for the band Velveeta, based out of the Central Pennsylvania area State College. We've been together a long time. Basically, primarily do a 80s rock show. We stretch it out on either side to some current stuff, some classic rock, but you would know every song that we do.
Now, I gotta ask, how did you guys come up with the name Velveeta?
The original idea was this is going to be our 29th year. So we started in 1995. And if you think about 95 and what kind of the height of the popular music was at that time, you want to say the Seattle sound, that kind of stuff. And I thought it'd be funny if we went out and just kind of tongue in cheek started playing a happy hour show, playing cheesy 80s music. So from cheesy came up with the name Velveeta.
And it is a really unique name, and I know when a lot of people heard that around here, it caught their attention. So there's some people excited. And I know there is a lot of Penn State alumni that lives in the area. So you guys have been named Best of State College multiple times. What's it like playing in the State College area?
We've been very fortunate to be able to do it this long. One of the unique things about playing consistently at Penn State is a lot of your audience turns over every couple of years because they come to school, they turn 21, and then they graduate. So on a certain level, you're always new to these 21-year-olds. You kind of have to, I don't want to say you prove yourself, but you got to make yourself, aware to them that, hey, there's live music downtown. This is what's happening. And we really can't rest on what we've done, 10 years ago locally. Now, we're fortunate enough that we travel a bit, that, like you said, Penn State alumni, not only in Pennsylvania, but we've traveled quite a bit outside of the state to play events for Penn State alumni as well. So, but playing downtown is great. It's still fun to be able to do live music consistently. And it just, we're very lucky to do it.
And well, I got to tell you, we are really, really excited to have you in this Friday. We can't wait for a good 80s night. It's going to be a ton of fun. Yeah,
we're excited to have you guys, and can't wait to see for you guys to see the venue here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, and I know we'll be back in the fall as well, so that'll be great.
Brent, thank you so much for coming on for a couple minutes today. We appreciate your time, and we're gonna go ahead and play a couple seconds of a music video here so people can check it out.
Awesome. Hope to see you all Friday.
All right, so we hope to see you guys out this Friday to check out Velveeta 80s Cheese. It is going to be a great night. I'm so excited for some 80s music. But this Saturday, we have Avalon, who is Northwestern PA's newest yacht rock band. That is free to attend as well, but it is going to be 21 plus. So don't step on a pop top if you wear your flip-flops out to that show. It is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Yep. And Sunday we have our Sunday Fun Day, and we have Big Cheese food truck in.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Be the Star karaoke and open mic, and you'll be singing, and yeah, it'll be fun.
It's going to be a ton of fun, guys. So we hope to see you this weekend. If we don't, please stay safe. Enjoy your week. But we want to get straight into this episode with Kristen. So here we go. All right, everyone. We are very, very excited to have Kristen Kerr on the show. She is with the Titusville Community Development Agency. She's very involved here in town. So, Kristen, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Executive Director of Titusville Community Development Agencies, and we are, like you said, very involved in the downtown. Our purpose is community and economic development. So we own the Titusville Opportunity Park. We own the Town Square building, which has Fat Chad's, Oars Brewing, and the Merc. We also own the WTIV building, which we purchased about a year and a half ago, and there was one tenant, and we were able to fill the building. It's full now. So that's our purpose, is to, just community and economic development. So
Welcome to the show, sweetheart.
thanks, Big Sexy.
So, I'm excited to have you on, and so we have a new snack stand in town. Explain a little more about Mel's Bun Run.
Mel's Bun Run. So we applied for a grant. It's called the Local Share Account, I think it's called, LSA. And it's actually, it's horse racing money that normally is only open to the counties that have those races in them. But once a year they open the money that they make, they have to donate so much back to the state. So once a year they open this up to anyone, and you can pretty much ask for anything you want to ask for, as long as it's community and economic development, benefits the community. So we had this idea. We have so many businesses at the Opportunity Park that they're manufacturing businesses. They only have 30-minute lunch hours, if that, and they're doing DoorDash, or they're bringing their own lunch, and sometimes they might want something different. As well as we also have the side tent baseball field there. So right behind the side tent baseball field, we were able to secure a grant and put up, it's called Mel's Bun Run. And she'll be open during lunchtime, sometimes during dinner, and for most of the games, not all of them, but she's coordinating with the baseball teams to figure out like what games and when they have tournaments and stuff like that. So she'll be selling split top buns, like New England style hot dogs, I think she said, nachos, smash burgers, and she'll have a special every day. The health inspector's coming tomorrow. Nice. So she should be open any day now. So it's
awesome.
Very exciting. It's also open to the public, not just people that are down there. So
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, very excited about it. It's been a project in the making, but we're finally there. And there's a restroom. Part of it was we had to have a public restroom, a handicap restroom. So
Right.
It won't be open all the time, just when she's open. But yeah.
I'm always happy every time there's somewhere new to go get some food around here. I mean, it's great. We do have a lot of options
Yes.
as far as food goes.
I agree.
But one more will never hurt.
Exactly.
It is awesome. So you said burgers, hot dogs, things like that?
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah. Easy stuff. And then she'll also have like novelty items for the baseball team. Like when like the suckers and stuff like that,
Yeah.
that they like to grab and go stuff
Some
too.
big league gum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You love Big League Gum. I've heard you talk about that like 30 times
Dude, it's
since
the
I met
best. It's so good. The grape flavor. Oh, amazing.
you. So, Kristen, backtracking a little bit, can you go ahead and explain a little bit what the Titusville Community Development Authority is for the
Yes.
people that don't know?
Yeah, so we work with businesses if they're coming into town. We do small, low interest small business loans. We work with businesses to help hook them up with like the Gannon Small Business Development Center if they need help with business plans or starting an LLC or starting an incorporation. We work with them. We also have the Merc, which is it's an incubator. It's the small, like little shops that they all work together. We bring people in to see, can we have a business? Like it's a low rent, like, is
Right.
this going to work? Like a small brick and mortar, and then they can go into bigger places. We also have a foundation under us that does downtown Titusville facade improvement grants, which is a really huge program. We are in our 10th round, and we have granted $180,000 to downtown businesses. And I think it's like made, I think it was like $600,000 worth of improvements in our downtown and the small outskirts of the town.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing.
It's a huge, yeah. I mean, 10 years ago, the town did not look this good. So that's a huge program for us too.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, Titusville in general, and we've talked about this with other people on the podcast, how it really feels like in the last 5-10 years, Titusville is really coming into a bit of a renaissance era. There's more businesses opening up. There's a lot of opportunity for people that come into town to do a lot of really fun and exciting things. So it's great to see, and it's just nice to know people around here have a little bit of pride in the place they're from.
Right, exactly.
So with that downtown facade program, what is this year's, who are the recipients for this year?
This year is Warner's Bakery. I don't know if have driven by there, but they've completely changed the color and they're getting new awnings. The Titusville Rehab Center, which is right across from Taco Bell, they got new doors, and I think that's about it. And then the YMCA Education Center, they got new signage and new landscaping and fixed the steps on the front of their building. So they're all finishing up. They're either done or almost done.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw what they did up to Missy's and Hoppy's, and
Yes.
it looks amazing.
Yeah, we just presented them with a historic preservation award, and Representative James was there, and someone from Senator Brooks' office to present them with their award as well. So that was a good event. So that was for Missy's, and then Baby Bees, which is right across from the Merc. That whole building was completely painted and new awnings and looks really nice. So the whole block is looking great.
Yeah, what a great program that is.
You brought up the Merc there a second ago. Can you go ahead and explain a little bit about what the Merc is? I know you already said it's for the small businesses. I love going in there and checking out what you guys have in, and it's a great place for younger people to have somewhere to go. Now, when you had that, was it your idea specifically?
Not my idea specifically. It was it was actually a lot. It was a long time in the making, because we thought about doing something like that after Ingelli Winery left, and then we had ready to apply for a grant to do it, and the fire happened of Town Square. So then we were put on hold for 3 or 4 years. So then once all the rest of the building was renovated, we were able to apply for a grant to make that happen.
Right. Now, how many businesses do you currently have in the Merc?
Well, we had a little bit of a turnover. I think just the point of the Merc is so that people can know if they want to have a small business, if they can make it, if they want to move on, or if it just isn't for them. So it's okay. It's okay to have turnover. So right now we have 2 permanent people. We have the pierogi party, which she makes pierogies, her grandmother's recipe. They're delicious.
They are delicious. I've had them.
And then we have Coffee Days, who's been there from the beginning and changed hands, but been there from the beginning. So, and then the rest of the stores we call them Popportunity shops. So you can rent them for a day, you can rent them for a week, you can rent them for a month. If you I had a lady from Meadville contact me, and she hasn't gotten a hold of me again, but her and her mom make that freeze-dried candy. She's like, this would be a great place to just come and sell it and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the point of it. So we have a tech guy in there, that Oil Region Tech. He's a nonprofit, and he will help you with, if you don't know how to run your computer or your cell phone, you can just go in and he'll sit down and show you how to do those kind of things.
Yeah.
So he's been in there for a few months. We had a baked goods from Heaven. She was in there, but she just left. She has a store in Oil City too, so she's just, I think, busy. So yeah, I'm going to be starting to put out there some advertising, because we want more people in the Merc right now, especially during the summer when things are happening and busy. So yeah, it's
always really fun. I mean, I've walked by multiple times where you guys have an open mic. Going in and eating, like I said, that pierogi party is absolutely delicious. So it's a great thing, and there's not a lot of things for younger people in Titusville to do. So it's very nice that you guys can have that, where people can go and hang out with their families. So
it's just kind of chill, and it's free Wi-Fi, and
it's cool. What are the hours for the Merc for the people that don't know?
It depends. Coffee Days is open every day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The other pierogi party is Tuesday through Saturday, and I think it's like 11 to 5, most of her hours. And so it just kind of varies. But there is the oil region tech guy. His name's Josh Klein. He set up a TV in the front window that puts everyone's hours. So if you walk by, you can see, these people are open, and it highlights when they're there.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you live in Titusville.
I do.
You have a lot of family from Titusville.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, Ralph and Susie, they originally opened Susie's Ice Cream.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yep.
So Danny wanted me to ask this.
Okay.
What was it like putting eyes on Big Sexy for the first time during that era?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So Big Sexy and his brother and his grandparents, and I think your mother you were at the ice cream store every single day.
Yeah.
And one of you guys liked hot dogs. Was that your grandpa?
I think it was my grandpa. I can't remember. Like my grandpa would always get hot dogs. I would always get those damn pizza logs. Those are good. Mm-hmm. But I was going over to check her out a little bit. But no.
You were like 5.
So like my family owned Tars Country Store, and it was right next to Susie's Ice Cream.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'd go over there, and she'd always wait on me. And how many years did you work there?
Oh, boy.
Oh, how many years was it at that location?
I honestly don't remember. But I was there for probably 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you would leave and you would just reek of ice cream. Milk. Yeah.
Well, I actually have a Susie's Ice Cream memory as well, because I believe when they moved out of that location, they went into what became the Armstrong Building on Industrial Drive.
Really?
I think it may have been prior or after. I'm not entirely sure. And I remember eating all of the ice cream that they were making. So it was good. It was
Their ice cream was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. We miss it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ralph has always been really close, not only to us, but to Bob as well. And he's a really, really important figure down here.
Yes.
So it's cool. I mean, we have that the Susie's Ice Cream sign hanging up over
Yeah.
there, which anyone can come down and check out anytime they want. You know, it's nice that we have a lot of those signs from a lot of the
It
businesses.
is. Yeah. It's neat to see the nostalgia for sure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, and Ralph was your stepdad. What was it like growing up with Ralph?
Ralph knew everything. I couldn't get away with anything because he knew everybody. So if I would do one little thing bad, he knew it before I even walked in the door.
That's Ralph for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
He did know everybody in town.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He was a great guy. Seriously.
Yes, he was. He was awesome. We miss him every day.
Yep.
So, kind of going back a little bit, with the Titusville Community Development Agency, is there anything else that you want to go ahead and explain that people could get involved in any way to help you guys with anything, or give a website people can check that out, or anything like that?
Yeah, so we're actually we have 2 different boards, and we're looking for board members. So for the Titusville Redevelopment Authority, which is under our agencies, you have to either be a business owner in town or live in town. We have one spot to fill, and it's appointed by the mayor. So you have to apply through the city. So we have 1 spot to fill there, and then we have 2 spots to fill for our Titusville Community Development Agency's board member. And you don't have to be a business owner. You don't have to live in town. You just have to be involved. I mean, it's not really a working board, but it's more like a governing board. So we are looking for board members. What else? We currently are teaming with the Titusville Area Chamber of Commerce. Last August, our executive director, she resigned and she got a new job, and we haven't had one since. So in the time it's changed hands, I'm the president now of the board, and we were just kind of lost and didn't know where we were going. We still had community support, like people are still paying their dues, but we felt like we're not doing anything for the community that's is helping these businesses that are paying their dues. So with a lot of talk with all the board members, we decided to take the Titusville Area Chamber of Commerce and put it under our entity. So they will now be our employee, and they will relocate to the Merc. So the visitor center will be in the Merc. It will be open all the time, even if the director is not in there. That way that anyone that's visiting town can come in, grab a brochure, grab a map, all of those things. Yeah. And then the director will also be there when during open hours. So I'm looking for a director. It's a part-time job. It's hours are flexible but have to be consistent. So that is, and I'm hoping for some Saturday hours because we have a lot of visitors on Saturdays. So that's where we are right now. And it right now they are part of our agencies. I just really need a director. So anyway, if anyone knows of anybody, that's where I'm at, trying to find somebody. But it's exciting. We kind of all do this. We did the same thing. We're all about community economic development. Now we'll be able to use each other and not duplicate efforts. So I think it's going to be a great partnership. I'm really excited to see the future of how it's going to work.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I've said this on the podcast a couple times. It always kind of blows my mind how involved the community really is. And I didn't realize it until Danny and I started having people on and chatting with people about these little things that go on that I don't think a lot of people in Titusville really realize. You know, there are so many organizations, there are so many people that donate their time. There's a lot of things that go on. And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like there's some pride in Titusville, you know.
For sure.
There really is. People love this area. And there's all the reason to love it.
Yes.
I mean, we have everything down to Oil Creek State Park, which is fantastic.
Yeah, trails, fly fishing. Yes, we have a lot going on here.
We have all these local businesses you can go to, like Fat Chad's, The Mill, Oars, all of the clubs. That's something to do, you know. And we always try to get involved as much as we can with races and things down here like that. So it is very cool, and I feel really lucky to be able to chat with all these people and see these different things that go on, you know. And I know we need to get Danny back on a bike sometime for one of these races that comes around.
I like those electric bikes. Those are nice. No.
Yeah.
That needs one big battery pack to power me, though.
Yeah, so are we going to see you down here at all this weekend, Kristen?
I'm not sure. I if you want me to be honest, I don't know what's going on this weekend. I haven't even seen. So why don't you tell me? Yes.
Friday we have Velveeta 80s Cheese.
Okay.
Quite the name.
Yeah, it is.
And they'll be playing from 7:30 to 10:30.
Okay.
Saturday we have Avalon, which if you like yacht rock, you'll want to check that out. That's Brian Butler's band. He's played here before.
Okay.
And Sunday is our open mic Sunday. So you could come down and sing for us.
Please come down and sing.
I haven't been down yet for open mic.
I love when you sing. I miss it so much.
Well, let me tell you. So let me give a little plug here. So, you know, Oars has recently changed ownership.
Yeah.
And the new owners want to bring live music back. So I used to be in a band. It was me and my guitarist, Jimmy Holmes. And they want to bring live music back. So Bailey, my daughter, works at Oars. And she was like, you should have my mom come down. Like, because we haven't played since like 2020. So I was like, all right. So our band was named Hometown Union. And we're going to do one show, 2 hours, June 15th. And it's the Hometown Reunion.
I love it.
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. I really hope you guys get a lot of people down there.
Yeah, I think it will be good for them.
And we love Jimmy too. You probably know already, but we ended up getting him to open for Lucero, which has been one of his favorite bands for a long time.
Right.
So that was a really cool moment down here at the Ironworks last week. So.
Yeah, definitely. We got a picture, my husband and I, with Ben.
Perfect. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And you love Lucero, and your husband loves Lucero as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool to get to Titusville, and that is something I never would have expected.
I know.
You know?
I mean, they're big time. They're not just like a cover band, like a lot of people that come down here, which is fine. I mean, they're fun, you know, but they're big time.
Yeah. It was a moment when Bob got a hold of me and let me know they were coming the very first time. It was pretty early on in us booking gigs. And obviously it had fallen through. I think some of the members had gotten sick and they couldn't play.
Yeah.
So we knew they were going to try to reschedule. And in my heart, I didn't think that was going to happen. I figured it was a nice gesture. But I'll tell you what, those guys held their word. They came back to Titusville. And they put on a great show. I mean, people came all the way from Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Jamestown, all over the place.
Yeah, there were people down here I had never seen before, so that's good.
It was awesome. And, you know, that's another cool thing that happens with those bigger shows is, like, I always have people come in early. They don't all hang out here the whole day. They go and they check out town. And we always say on the podcast to everyone listening, if you're not from the area, there's a lot to check out. And it's worth checking out.
Yeah, and it's so walkable. Our downtown is walkable. I mean, you can walk the whole town in, 30 minutes if you're, if you're really walking, and stop and see things. And, I mean, it's not, everything is just nice and close together. So,
yeah, we have a new restaurant, too, in town, the Drake Grill.
Yeah, we're going there tomorrow.
Yeah, I haven't been in there yet. So.
One of my employees, it's her birthday tomorrow, or today, but we're celebrating tomorrow.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll put it in on the screen right now so everyone can check that out. And if you're in town, make sure you support them because we want to see that thrive. And I haven't been in yet, but I'm really, really excited to check it out.
Yeah, the menu looked good.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun. And, the owner had stopped in and we got to meet him. Super nice guy. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, we have a lot going on this weekend. Hopefully we do see you down for a Sunday.
I hope so. We'll see. We'll try. I'll try.
I'll drag you out.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. Kristen, I just want to say thank you so much
Thanks for having me.
Taking some time out of your day. And if there's anything else you want to give a shout out to, go right ahead. We are more than happy for that. We're not going to force you to either.
I know. I'm trying to think. You said dead air, so I can think for a minute. I think I just want to give a shout out to like the support of the community to Titusville community development agencies as well as the chamber. Like, people are genuinely like pleased with what we're doing, which makes me happy because there were times in the past when there was so much negative comments about our agencies and and things. So I guess I'm pleased with how much support we get from the community, and it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel like I'm doing a good job. So that it just makes
You're doing
you
a
feel
good job, honey.
Thank you.
Kristen, thank you so much again.
Yes,
we
you're
do
welcome.
appreciate it. And I just want to remind everyone one more time that this Friday we have Velveeta 80s Cheese in the house all the way from State College. They are a cheesy 80s rock band. Their words, not mine. Come down, enjoy that show. It is 21 plus and free to attend. This Saturday we have Avalon, Northwestern PA's newest yacht rock band. Come on down, wear your flip-flops. Don't step on a pop top, though. Should be a great time. I'm very excited for that. I love me some yacht rock. And Sunday, as always, is our open mic Sunday. And we do have a slight change in that schedule. Big Cheese Food Truck is now going to be the food truck for this Sunday. But that is always free to attend. It is all ages. Come down, sing some karaoke, bring your guitar, do some open mic. We'll try to get Kristen down there. I
love Big Cheese. You got me. They're my favorite food truck around.
They are good.
Yeah.
They are. Well,
So-
thank you. Thank you so much for coming on, Kristen.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you guys. Till next time.